What's up everybody, this is Adam with Everyday Retro Gaming. We're going to take apart the PlayStation 3 3D display glasses. I bought a pack of 10 from eBay just to test them out and see if I could actually get any to work. There is actually one pair that was perfectly fine, just it has a bad battery. So in a later video, we'll get that switched out. There's just a couple things you need to be worried about. I'm going to hit those right now because I know I'm a person that likes to skip around in videos. So there's certain things that I might miss. So this pair right here, the first thing when you're taking off this top half, be aware that the switch here has a ribbon cable that runs across the top of the frames. So this is what it should look like. If we can get a focus here, you should see it runs all the way across and hits this little motherboard here. When I was trying to separate this place from the frames, you have a high chance, if you're going around this nose piece, where that nose piece is, you have a high chance of splitting that ribbon cable in half. So this first pair I did do that. I wasn't paying attention enough in the video and I lost it. So that was fine, both the lenses were broken. This wasn't a very good pair of glasses. And then the second thing, I'm just going to hit on this real quick, that you want to be on the lookout for is when you separate this back piece with the things that go over your ears and the nose frame here, this piece, so this black piece separates from the silver here. When you're separating it, back here on the back of this piece is the battery. They have double-sided tape, so when you're removing this section from the back half, be aware that this battery is going to be stuck to it. The second pair, when I pulled it off, it's ripped off the battery. So, I mean, that's not a big deal because the batteries, most of these batteries are bloated and they are not good. They do not hold charge. This one actually smells really bad. I plugged it in and the battery just, you can have that, there's that chemical smell. It's awful. So while you're plugging these in, if you're testing any old ones and you smell kind of like, almost like a cleaner type of smell, the battery is bad, unplug it, put it off to the side somewhere and actually just get that thing open as soon as possible. So this one, like I said, this one stunk, this one stinks, and if you want to compare batteries, this is the bloated one. It's kind of thicker than normal. I'm not sure how good this lens will focus up close, but you can kind of see the difference of the batteries. This one's a lot thinner. This is still an old battery. I'm going to replace it anyway, but this is what the batteries do. They bloat bad and they just look awful. So just be aware of that. And if you have these glasses and they still work or you still think they're holding the charge, just get ready to replace that battery. You can buy them online. I got this one for probably 10 bucks and replace it sooner than later. You know, if this thing bursts and it's on your face, that's not a good thing. So just be on the lookout of that. It's super easy to get these apart and we'll just get that done right now. So the only tools that you're going to need is just a small Phillips head screwdriver and a little pry bar tool. You can use something like this or a normal screwdriver. Either way works. You're going to be looking for 6 tiny little black screws. We got 2 here, and we got 2 on the opposite side. The other 2 are in the middle on the nose piece. So we'll take the nose piece off first. This one's screwed enough, it pops right off. Super simple. The next 2 are on the sides. And the ones on the sides are shorter screws. The 2 screws in the middle are just a little bit longer. So just remember that. The 2 screws that are longer are for the nose piece. All 4 small screws are for the sides. All right. So all the screws are out. That's all you need to do to be able to separate the top and the bottom, besides pry barring it. So when you look on the sides here, I like to start on the side that doesn't have the switch. So there's a little switch here for the battery, and there is on the inside is where this motherboard is. So when you're first starting to try to learn how to pry these apart, start on the side that doesn't have the switch. It's a lot easier to open up and it kind of gives you a good starting of how much pressure to put and get things separated. So right here, I think starting off the corner is the best, just to get things pried open. This is kind of why I like this tool. This one's pretty thin and easy to get inside. And you get it in there, just kind of pry up and away. And it's pretty simple overall. So I wouldn't worry about the lenses or anything like that. You know, prying or scratching in them. Unless you're really pushing in there, you shouldn't hit the lenses. So kind of give it some good twists. Just keep moving down. And the bottom half should come apart pretty easily. So let's start off, like I said, be a lot more careful if you're working on the battery half, or the battery switch half here. So same thing, start off in the corner. And just start prying towards yourself and up. Work your way up to the lenses. And same thing here. Definitely, I mean, this pair I don't care about too much, but I'm gonna try to salvage as many frames as I can. I think I got 4 good glasses that I can salvage, and then 1 like perfect one out of the bunch. So I'm not gonna complain. I think I paid $50 for it. So you get 10 total. I think the guy might still be selling more if you do wanna order some from them. And then we'll just keep separating until the whole bottom looks pretty good. So that looks pretty good there. You can kind of separate the middle nose piece section, but other than that, I think that's enough. Now this is where you need to be careful, and what I talked about, when you get close to this nose piece here, there's that good chance you might cut that ribbon cable. So what I like to do, you don't need to go crazy. It's pretty much just glue holding the top to this section. So what I do is get close, try not to go in too deep, and just kind of, you know, split it up there. Then I take it out, and then I only go in so much on this side as well. And I'm not gonna go all the way in. I don't want to split anything. And other than that, that should pretty much be it. And you can just separate the two. You shouldn't have to worry about the ribbon or anything like that. The main thing now is while you're splitting these, be careful of the battery that is right here, like I said. There we go. The lenses will kind of fall a little bit loose, that's fine. Just be careful, especially if it's a good pair of lenses. I think the pair on the left side here is bad. There might be a little bit of glue or stickiness to it, which is fine. But the glasses should stick to the front silver section, and then pretty much that's it. And at this point, if I had my soldering tool out, I would desolder it. But what I'm gonna do, since I'm gonna solder this thing anyway, or remove the battery, I'm just gonna pull it apart and get that battery off of there. Now, as you can see, this thing doesn't look like it started leaking, but it is bloated and it stinks to high heaven. So, be careful not to puncture this thing, but just get a pry bar tool and just try to get it popped off of there. Like I said, it's just double-sided tape, just like that. So as you can see, this thing is bloated. Let me get the old one. So these are both original batteries, but this one on the right has bloated pretty heavily. The one on the left looks normal. So yeah, you can tell it's quite a bit thicker, and get rid of it, dump it. So the next episode, I'm gonna put the battery in and get that thing soldered. I'm going to practice on a couple of these other lenses that I have that are bad. I'm not sure if you can see it through the lens. Actually, you can right here. So right here, you can see that is damaged. There's kind of like an old calculator or something like that. If you damage the liquid crystal display, you're gonna get these like kind of warped black colors or whatever. So this side I think is fine. The only thing connecting these lenses is a ribbon cable to this board here, and there's some solder points. So if you can desolder without damaging the ribbon cable, I think you can salvage these lenses and actually fix other pairs. So that's kind of my plan in the future. But other than that, that's how you take apart the glasses. So we'll just put these together real quick. They should just snap on in once you get everything going. super simple. And then it's just a matter of getting the screws back in there. Just like that. There's a little bit of damage there, but other than that, not too bad. So again, little screws on the outside. Perfect. Nice. All right. So that's how you take apart the PlayStation 3D glasses. If you like this video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to see more of this content. Stay safe, stay retro. Hopefully you find the games you're looking for, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.